Lockdown Protocol is our next review for the day. Have you guys played Among Us?
Yes.
Yes?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool.
Who hasn't?
Have you ever wanted to play Among Us, but in 3D?
Ooh, and with guns?
With guns? And dissidents? Well, look no further than Lockdown Protocol, out now on PC in early access.
Here's a question. What makes it locked? Are we locked down?
Yeah. We're locked down, and we're trying to accomplish tasks
Oh, to unlock down.
to
To not be locked down.
I guess. I don't know. There's not much to the story, dude.
Okay.
I'm fucking just going with
There ain't no story. There's no lore here. This ain't no Warhammer, okay?
I want
It's
to be
just
like
a
stuck
game.
in space.
We're
locked down.
space creatures, and we have to
We're
survive.
not space creatures. We're fucking people.
We're space creatures that are in space suits.
Anyways, okay, back to it.
We're people. in
Creatures,
spacesuits.
yes.
On a ship.
Yeah, we're spacemen and women on a ship in Lockdown Protocol. So, yeah. So this game is basically Among Us with 3D aspects, but it's really cool because it's $10, early access right now. You found this, Jason, right? On somebody was TikToking or
Yeah,
something?
someone was TikToking it, and I was just like, this will be glorious because we kind of got burnt out on Among Us, and this one is a little bit different where, yes, you have like a, what do they call them? The dissidents, and the rest of us are trying to accomplish tasks. Well, with this one, it's a little bit different because you can kill anyone at any time, and everyone can kill each other.
Yeah, you don't even have to be a dissident. You can just kill
You can
somebody.
just start killing someone. But in order to do that, you need to find weapons and stuff like that. So there's some strategy for the bad guy, per se. You can either, like, start killing just right off the bat and say F it, or you can, like, mess up their task without them knowing it.
Yeah, so there's a time limit. You got to complete certain tasks depending on the difficulty. There's more tasks.
There's more.
And if you don't complete it, then you lose.
Yeah.
And dissidents win.
It's a 8-minute timer, right? Correct?
Something like
Yeah,
that.
you can change that if you want.
Yeah,
so.
you can change it up, which I think we need to extend it a little bit longer.
Yeah.
I think it was
But,
set to 5 originally.
5. I don't think there's much customization for your character. I think once you just load in as whatever random color. I hope they introduce customizations.
That would be sweet.
To figure out the tasks, you can watch like videos in the lobby to like figure out how to do the tasks, or as you're in the game, you can pull up your little iPad and watch how to accomplish a task.
Which I thought was smart.
Yeah, which is smart, but once again, like you just sitting there watching, a bad guy can come up to you and just pop.
Well, you can also do it before you start the game too.
Yeah, true.
Which I thought was cool. They had like in a little lobby, like you can actually go up to a computer and play a video, and everybody can sit there and watch it together. It's kind of like a training video and like work before you go out into the battle or whatever. It's kind of cool.
And
Because
then
each playthrough is you get different tasks.
Yeah.
So it's always
and then
randomized.
Also, one different feature is that you have a stamina bar, and like once it runs out, you can kill yourself. So you
start draining health.
Start draining health and stuff.
Which is smart.
Yeah, no,
Helps.
it is smart. So
the less health you have, the less stamina you have.
yeah. And plus, this game has prox chat, which is extremely nice compared to Among Us, which I'm very surprised they haven't introduced that yet.
What was the one that y'all played? They had prox chat. It's kind of similar to this.
Lethal Company?
No, the one where you go like down and you have to make videos for YouTube.
Content warning.
Content warning.
Yeah.
I like the prox chat with this one. It works out very well. And like I said, anyone can kill anyone. So I think that's where it gets kind of like crazy. We had one gameplay when we streamed this the first time that two of our guys, one guy was a bad guy, the other guy wasn't, and they ended up killing each other. And someone thought that someone else killed them that was still alive. So we all lost shit and just killed each other. And it turns out the descendant won because like we killed each other. So.
Yeah, that's what I think is so interesting about this, and that, you know, in Among Us, like, I mean, there's no voice chat in there other than just type chat. So it's like the rule is you run around and do tasks, and if you suspect somebody's doing something, you go to this button in the middle of the space and click the button to do an emergency meeting, and that's when technically it opens it up for everybody to start talking and like accusing one another.
Yep.
In this game, they've removed that whole emergency meeting aspect, and it's just like you can just accuse anybody whenever you want if you're within the vicinity of each other, or you can see somebody running towards you and it's like, Austin's a killer, he just tried to kill me, and you can be like, do I trust this person or not? You know, like, are they real or are they not? So I think that's an interesting mechanic in that. And then again, the stamina piece of it too. It's like, well, if you find out somebody right next to you is a killer and they're about to kill you, you start running away, you lose health. Like it's hard to run away from them if you're by yourself because they're just going to fuck you up because
Yeah.
you're eventually going
Also
to lose
trying to like
health.
stab people will waste your stam.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
So
It's very visceral. Like,
Yeah.
it's definitely a good upgrade from Among Us.
yeah. And then
And-
like after you killed the bad guy, the descendant or whatever, dissident, you actually still continue playing the game. So you don't know for sure if you killed him or not.
Yeah.
Either.
It doesn't tell you.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then so what I think also is interesting about this game too is the like in Among Us, tasks are very much like one person tasks. You all have your own tasks to do, but you don't really have you don't need to work with anybody really. Name a task that's
I don't think-
requires
Oh,
Well,
team.
it's just the like accumulative like different rooms. Like if you're cleaning air vents, you might have multiple air vents. Yes, you could literally go get the air vent and go clean it in the cleaning room and then take it back. But given depending on the time limit, I mean,
But what I'm saying is you don't have to do that with another player. You do that
Oh,
solo.
yeah.
There is
I see
no
what you're
like
saying.
cooperative missions to be completed. They're all solo missions that
Yep.
contribute to your overall progression bar as a team.
I gotcha.
Whereas in this one,
I gotcha.
doing a mission in here by yourself is incredibly challenging. You need to have somebody there with you to like the cafe room. It's like you need somebody who's like grabbing fish while you're moving this thing around.
Someone
Like
has to find
there's a lot
rice.
more encouragement of like working together on stuff, you know,
Right.
which makes it interesting for the dissidents because like, whereas in Among Us, pretty much everybody's always by themselves unless like you're just following somebody because you don't trust them. In this game, it's like when I was dissident several times, like y'all were always together or like in packs of 3 or 4. And I was like, fuck, I don't know how to like take people out, you
People
know?
out.
but you don't have to.
You can just fuck up
yeah.
the task.
I was a dissident once and I got killed by Ashley. But before I got killed, I knew they were trying to use these jars in order to, I don't know, find plant samples or something.
Yeah.
Well, they needed a bunch.
Yeah.
So I found a bunch and hid them in a corner that they
Yeah.
would not look in.
Which is great.
So
yeah.
even though I died, and I think Ashley even died, but like, no, they couldn't win because they couldn't complete the task fast enough. So I was like, you don't have to kill anybody. If you just
Yeah.
know what you're doing and know how, because you can hold 2 items at once. Like one, if you pick up an item, you can store it in your suit, I guess, and then you
Bag,
can hold
yeah.
one. And I think a lot of people like put a weapon inside
yeah.
just in case they need to defend themselves. And then you can hold an item. And so that's what I would do. I would just hide the items in my suit and then take them somewhere and
Take
hide
them
them.
somewhere and hide them.
Yeah.
And you did that too, didn't you?
Oh, I
move
did a
that
lot.
box at one time.
Yeah,
and, like,
I did it a lot.
They were like running around the whole entire map trying to find this stupid box that he like hid in a corner somewhere. And yeah, so that is an interesting mechanic behind it too, of like being able to, hide stuff and just like nobody will ever suspect that you're the bad guy
yeah.
until it's too late.
That was like the first thing I did. As soon as we popped in, I grabbed the box and I just ran away with it. And I was like, I got this one. And I fucking hit it.
I remember when, was it Brett or Travis who was the killer? And they're like, Travis is messing up the computer terminal thing. Kill him.
I don't remember.
I don't remember.
It happened
that.
on one of them.
Yeah.
Someone figured out someone was messing with the computer terminal on purpose. And
Oh, it was, yes, it was Travis. I found that out because both of us went into the room. He's just like, I got this one. And then I ran over to accomplish tasks and I had to go back to the computer room and I realized Travis fucked it up. And I was just like, we got to get Travis. So
I love that one time where I was being chased by somebody was chasing me, and then you and 2 other people were trying to do that thing where you have to tell them where to move.
Oh, Sarah was chasing you.
Sarah was chasing me, trying to kill me, and I'm running in there. I'm like, y'all, Sarah's trying to kill me. Sarah's trying to kill me. Help, help. And these guys completely ignore me.
Yeah, I told
And just
Matthew.
continue down
'cause
the task.
There's this task where you have to like stare at a line, and the other person has to tell you where to like look at to accomplish it. And I'm telling Matthew where to stare at, and Brett runs in there. She's trying to kill me, and they run around me and run out.
I was
tell
like
Matthew-
jumping over like the freaking ledges right around these 2 freaking assholes.
And I told Matthew, I was like, "Don't worry about it. We're going to accomplish this." I was just like, just leave him alone. Leave him
and
alone.
Brett died in front of your eyes.
No, he died somewhere off screen.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, it was fucking funny as fuck.
Well, I love the part where if you die, like as people die, you can start like just roaming around as ghosts and you can talk to each other.
Yeah.
So like as you die and obviously it could be a killer or something. I don't know. It's cool to like just have that debrief at the end before the game ends and just walk around looking at people.
Yeah, talk
watch
about
them
it.
freaking out.
So
Yeah, I had a lot of fun. Like for the price, like isn't it like $15 or
$10.
$10.
Man,
$10.
it is worth it. And it has so much room to grow. I mean, right now
yeah.
there's only one map, right?
Yeah,
I
there's
think
just
so,
this
yeah.
one map.
Okay, and you can customize how many tasks need to be completed. You can customize the difficulty, which is, I guess, the amount of tasks.
No.
And you can customize the time. You can customize how many killers there are, which I don't know what the max would be.
I think it was just 2 at the moment, right?
Yeah, I don't know how many we can max it out at.
'Cause you
The
can
game
have
is
up to
3 to 8 players. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I see like 2 being the max.
Yeah, I think 2 is
having
the
3
max.
would be too much.
So I was reading on the early access notes here. So they said the game's going to be in early access for about a year. Everybody kind of says that. The full version is going to include character customization, skin, color, face, outfit, colors.
Nice.
Skin color, face, outfit, colors, and emotes. They're going to add implementation of Steam to unlock cosmetics, enhancement of the interface, integration of better in-game tutorials with visual help in the map and videos, enhancement of the map based on player feedback, enhancement of sound and animation, and more content, task tools, weapons. So no mention yet of new maps, but more variation in like the tasks and stuff that you do. So yeah, and the game will not go up in price when they release it full.
Nice.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. It was a very fun game, and I can't wait to jump back into it.
Yeah, especially getting like more people into it, people who might have not played it before, and then just seeing how people interact. Like, I think it's nice to have 2 killers because then you guys can kind of work with each other in certain ways.
Yeah.
I mean, I think most of the time I didn't work with any of the killers. I just knew like, oh, you're a killer, so
Yeah.
I'm just gonna run around and do my thing.
Well, it's kind of hard to work with them whenever they like you try to call them over without being,
All right.
suspicious.
Yeah.
Plus, you guys kind of have to divide and conquer.
Yeah.
I don't know why killing's like the first thing we go to. I guess because Among Us has got us into that. 'Cause
Yeah.
you don't have to do that.
No, you don't have to.
I mean, you're not a killer. You're a dissident.
and you can see the tasks that needed to be accomplished. So I think they need to I don't know. I think as a descendant, they should at least give you one gun right off the start, and
That'd be nice,
with one
yeah.
bullet in it or something to assist a little
Or a
bit.
knife.
Like right off the bat.
Like, can you hurt people with
Yeah, you can hurt
anything?
people
You
with
can punch
items.
people,
yeah. Oh, okay.
I killed Ashley with a record player. Well, with
Cassette tape?
cassette tape. Yeah, I fucking bashed her head in. So
Yeah, that's a cool little feature. Like, most of the rooms have cassette player in it. So if you find a cassette, which you're usually in the same room, you could turn it on and it's really loud. So I guess if you shot someone, no one would hear it down the
no one
hall
would hear it.
because it's so loud. And it
yeah, I just kill
mutes
people
the
with
sound,
it.
Yeah.
Fucking-
And I like how I don't know if we talked about, but when you spawn in the game, everyone is randomized to a dissident or a worker.
yeah, employee.
Yeah. So you know at the top right what you are, and you just get to work, killing or working.
And for the bad guy, you'll know if you have another player because they'll have a red dot above their head.
Yes, very important. That you
It
don't
also
kill your
it
other
also
red dot
notes it in the
friends.
top right too. Whenever you're playing,
yeah, that too.
it'll have a little indicator there of who your partner is in
Yeah,
crime.
because I came in late and I was like, I don't even know what I'm doing. Am I an enemy?
Yeah, it's a good game. Thoroughly enjoying it. I think so. I was reading about it. It's made by a company called Mirage Creative Lab, and it's 3 siblings who came together to make this game. So they're just like, hey, let's make a game.
Great
you know?
job.
Yeah.
Cool. They had like a progression where it's like you're in this area, complete tasks to move to the next area. To move to the
Oh,
next
like open up
area.
new regions and stuff. Yeah.
And so like if you can't get to X amount of areas, or like say you need to get to the hangar to escape the ship that's going to explode, and you got to complete certain tasks, like that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, I agree. I'm trying to find the part where Sarah was chasing me violently, but I can't find it. I was very offended by that.
She was chasing.
There it is.
Oh, there it
There
is.
it is. Back it up a little bit.
Yeah, let me go back.
She was
She
instigating.
was
everything,
chasing
wasn't it?
for.
Oh my
I want to
gosh.
see the initial
Right,
when
you're
she
almost
started
out of-
chasing you.
You almost had a stamina.
I know. Yeah, it was crazy. I was like working on some plants and shit. And then Travis runs by me and
hear
is
the audio
doing
though,
his thing.
so we can watch it after we're done with this
Yeah.
segment.
She instigated all of the killing,
Yeah.
and then Ashley was the killer like 5 times in a row.
Yeah.
So she would just go along
Poor
with her,
Ashley.
and she would just kill everybody.
So
Yeah,
but no,
it was
like,
funny.
highly recommend this game, especially if you have more than 5 people that want to play a game together. This is it.
Well, if you want to play, join our Discord. Link in the show notes, and we'll announce when we're doing our next community stream, and then we'll make it happen. So you should definitely jump on in and join us. Join us for the fun.